I'm still feeling a little bit iffy about it because I don't think we saw and I give credit to the Sharks, I don't think we saw the Stormers' defensive DNA, which is what we weren't making the reads, we weren't getting off the line. I know why, but to get a win here, because I credit to the Sharks as an organisation for laying on this occasion. The Sharks team played, they never stopped coming in. If we didn't turn over that line out, I thought we were under pressure. If they got that more going, it's a penalty 5 yards and they win the game. So I think well done to the Sharks. I thought defensively we were off, and that's but strategically, tactically, I thought good, and some really good performances by some of the sort of, what do you call them, second string players, yeah.
Dobson, can you tell us why you think they were off defensively?
Yeah, I actually tried. I saw it at half time, or saw it during the first half. Tried to address it at half time. We didn't change behaviour in the second half. I don't think we've ever, if you included advantages, we must have been close to 18 penalties. But it's almost like we weren't working hard enough to get off the line. So we thought like Suleiman wasn't making the reads. They weren't looking after those wide, because normally we make the big reads. But I think the challenge for Suleiman and them was they couldn't get off the line because the forwards weren't there on the inside. So we weren't coming around so we could get off the line, and it was then you lose the physical battle. So I don't know what was going on today. And even towards the end there, I felt like a lot of hold shoulders, a lot of guys sitting down, which isn't us, like, I don't know, I'm being too harsh on them, because almost like you just want to say, get up, you've got a stinger, get up, that's who we are, and that lacked a bit. But I mean, the Sharks will really put us under pressure for a large part of that second half. Bit of a loss for it.
You get reminded about the 7-0 against the Bulls the whole time, but the 7 in a row now.
But maybe the Sharks aren't as... No, listen, we're lucky to get away with that one towards the end there, I think. That's the truth, though.
Coach, congrats on the win. You came to Durban to face a team that hasn't won against a South African team in the URC. So how did your preparation pan out during the week?
We knew this was a tough game. Personnel-wise, Sharks desperate. They're a much better team. They got some good confidence back from the result. We actually expected slightly different conditions. But it actually suited. It worked out okay that we needed to play the ball. That we got it right in the first half. Just make sure they played from their half. It sounds a bit old school, and the mistakes. But actually, those conditions actually ended up being pretty reasonable. But that was the plan. Was to, the Sharks are trying to play the ball. We wanted to sort of strategically control the game down in their half. I thought we did that really well up till first. We just eased off pressure with discipline and poor defence.
Thank you, Coach. Double Loftus 2 weeks time.
Yeah.
Do we have any further
It's that's going to look. I thought that, if we didn't get a win today, that would probably be us in terms of trying to catch where we trying to get hosting anything later on in the tournament. So it was important to stay in touch with the Bulls. We both got 4. If we hadn't got today, I think we would never have. So a teaser for an absolute epic in 2 weeks' time. I think there'll be a lot in that game, a lot of passion, a great occasion. I presume a pretty full for Loftus. And as much as the anxiety will get to me close in the game, it's a brilliant thing for South African rugby. What the Sharks did today, crazy. I said before the game to Joel, when we went to Super Rugby, we had all these derbies. You remember the conference system, and the derbies sort of fell away, didn't they? Just feels like now they're back. That's a great occasion now. Even Ellis Park, by its modest standards, was quite full. It was quite full. We had a great occasion over the Christmas period in Cape Town, the Sharks and Bulls. I shudder to think what's waiting in Pretoria, in every respect.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Any sort of headaches in terms of selection?
Listen, it does, because there's still quite a few guys. Obviously, the rested guys like Marnie, Dion, and them come back. Loose forwards a challenge. With there's somebody like Philly Engelbrecht, Dion, somebody else we've left out. Saman provides another headache now with the locks in. I thought Sasha, is how do we fit a special once in a generational type player like him in Wandi. I thought, even though it was only 20 odd minutes, it's hard to overlook him. So I think that's the thing, when like Kane says, when your second string, like happened in Leicester, does reasonably well, then it becomes harder to manage the selection. So loose forward lock it tight for us. Probably getting a little bit thin in. I thought, Netland was magic. France different. France will let me know, I'm sure. But the moment is available for the Bulls. But we never know what happens in Katu or whatever the kudu are.
Dobbo, that felt like a bit of a performance of old from Warwick at the back there,
Yeah.
in terms of his attacking play, especially with some of those sort of kicks over the top and how he sort of saw the space. Just your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm actually pleased you asked that. I think Warwick, obviously, people see the high-profile mistakes like the pass into touch at Cape Town. To us, he's been good all season in terms of positional, game driving, and tonight was nice to see the attack, and I thought he was exceptional. That guy is, to me, like if you took the key job of a fullback, and he's got a 10 is playing his first URC game. He's playing Sasha's third one at or fourth, maybe about like game on Edinburgh. So Lehman's played only a couple of 13. Benlow, and so he was driving that back line, and it's exceptional. And nice to see that he didn't make any mistakes for the people on social media to say, well, why you dropped Warwick. I thought he would have been my man of the match if I had a choice. But Shimi knows much better.
Media, are there any further questions? All right, thank you so much for your time. John Plumtree, the head coach of the Hollywood Sharks, will be here shortly.
Thanks, chaps.
Thank you.
See you at the George.